My name is David Burke. I'm with RPM Prototyping and Manufacturing, located in downtown Addison, Illinois. Keith got in touch with me to try to develop a new product, a taillight lens for the GT Fiero.
After it broke. Right here.
Yes, this is
pretty much what a lot of ours look like right now.
Yep.
This is the current status of majority of the taillight lenses.
Delaminated.
One of the things we did to start the project is to look at how it was produced originally. And the way that General Motors made it was a two-part injection molded, two pieces that were separate, and that they were then laminated together or fused together in a process. And we wanted to come up with a less expensive, easier way to produce this lens with the same quality that they had back in '88. So what we did is we went down the path of first trying to vacuum form, come up with a method of vacuum forming, which we had different ideas, but we lost a lot of the features that are here that make this a functional part. Yeah.
One of the most important parts. You know, it's one of the most visible, and people look, obviously, and we were going to lose a lot, just too much detail, and we knew that that finicky Fiero owners were not going to settle for anything but the best.
To have it to be correct, to be a correct part.
Yeah.
So we ended up taking an original OEM set of lenses and had them 3D scanned. And what that does is creates a digital lattice work, so to speak, of the actual part itself. Okay? Now what we have to do afterwards is...
Yeah, I've heard there were a lot of errors in the original one when you scanned it.
Well, in the scan you get every imperfection, every crack, every delamination, every warp.
These are, some of them aren't straight lines.
Yeah.
So they're all perfectly straight lines.
So it's scanned from the top and the bottom, and they're brought together into a file. We then have to re-engineer the file to take out all of those imperfections so that you have a true shape of what the lenses were originally. Once we got the file all cleaned up, we then went through and figured out what features are critical and what are necessary. So we started to modify the existing tool, the existing part, to create our part, which doesn't have the laminated features in it. And we then created that file. And then we needed to get a proof of principle model. So we have a 3D printed model, which is made out of...
And you use that original file, and what you use that, I guess, to 3D print it from?
Yes. So once we created that file, we then had this made from stereolithography, SLA.
Okay.
And that method is done by, it's a resin that is built layer by layer in a vat of a UV cured material.
So if you're able to do that in lithography and everything, what was the problem with just making the lenses in that fashion?
Each lens then needs to be sanded and polished and finished, but it isn't perfect. It's still not the real material.
Oh, okay.
It's a facsimile of it. It looks like it, but it still has defects in it, and from the 3D printing process. Yet it's not as durable as a production material.
Oh, that makes
okay.
sense.
So what we did is took this, made sure that it fit to the back housings, right, and that
that's the prototype. Just make sure everything fits.
The prototype. Make sure everything fits.
And any bleed from the light through the black or
anything? And we did the testing for the bleed. We tested for the clarity of the lines, that everything works.
Wow.
And that it's the right shape and then it functions the way we want it to function.
Very cool.
Okay. We then took that.
God, that's such a long process just up to that point.
Yeah. It is a long process, but you need to do each one, otherwise you're not going to have the quality that you're looking for.
Right.
And the quality that Fiero owners need and want and
Right.
deserve.
So
from
once,
what I understand, after you did the 3D printing and everything, you pretty much were able to make a tool then from that same file.
right. So
After you did all the
we
kinks and things
proved
worked out.
it. We know it fits. It's right. We saw that there are a couple of things that we needed to modify, so we changed that in the file. And then we had that file, a steel tool was created, an injection molded steel tool was built, and we finally got first shots off of the tool.
Now, I know you guys wanted to have them here for the show, but I
Yes.
understand you were right down to the wire, and these were just driven
We-
from Chicago. Am I correct in saying today they got
Yes,
here from Chicago?
they actually came down from Wisconsin to Chicago,
Uh-huh.
and then
They made it here today.
yes, and
you're
then,
going to show us the final product.
we did all the cleanup, but these still aren't the final parts.
Right, this is
They still
your
have some issues that we need to
standard
work out,
prototype.
but this is the very first ones just to check everything and that the tool is right. Okay? It's going to go back. So, these parts, so this is the clear right off of the tool.
Okay,
It's
before any
dirty.
Decoration.
Before any decoration.
Hope we can get that on camera because that's really showing through.
Okay.
It is clear.
So, this is made out of polycarbonate with a UV stable material so that it's not going to degrade.
Okay.
And actually, it's a little heavier than the original. So you've got the impact resistance, and it's made for automotive industry. So we know that we're following the correct steps.
This is
Okay.
something so many people have wanted for so long and never thought would really come to
No,
fruition.
for
And you're seeing
15
the actual
years,
products
probably.
right here. Yeah.
So
Here's the actual products right here on the table.
So this
Amazing
is
work,
a
guys.
replacement part for the what 85 through 88,
Yep. Right.
Amazing job, guys.
and
Wow.
yeah,
Thank you,
buy
by the
as
way.
many as you can.
If you want to pre-order, we have that available. If you will, you can go on the Pennock Fiero forum, look for the thread, or if you want to
And also, if you look
send
in the
it to
description,
the notes, comments below.
Exactly,
He's
I'm gonna
going to
put that
have
in
the
the,
email address with instruction. George is going to be on there, and just send us what you want, how many you want, and we'll put you in the queue.
yeah, you're not taking any money up front.
No
correct?
money,
You're just,
nothing down.
getting
Don't
in the
even
queue
talk
and,
about it.
claiming your pair, basically.
Yeah.
For when they are ready
Yeah.
to go. And like I said, look in the comments below this video, and all the information will be there on how to get a hold of the set for yourself.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
If you have any
I'll have to
other-
wait like everybody else.
Yep.
If you have any ideas for products that you want to develop and produce, please contact me at RPM Prototyping. I'd be happy to sit and talk with you.
Hey, thanks so much, guys.